Alright everyone, welcome to Elliot Wave Master live trading channel where we trade live Monday through Friday. This is our daily recap and outlook for tomorrow. This is September 1st, 2020. So market opened up with a gap. Yesterday I talked about our outlook for today. I talked about the market going short. As soon as it opened up, market went all the way down. We took, I believe it was a short at 92 or 91, wrote it down for 3 points, and then we took a 1 point long, and then we took another long, I believe, and we got stopped out, and then we took another short that we could have rode it all the way down to 77. It could have been a 10-point ride, but we got out, I believe, with 4 points. Overall, great day. We banked 780, but the market wanted to stay on the downside. There was some pressure here to stay above negative. Couldn't hold. Went down again, and then went up a little bit more. But overall, I mean, if you take the opening, it's just a sideways day. Just moving sideways. Any sideways movement, even though you have impulsive momentum waves, is still correction. So in the short term, you're going, up a 5-wave count, but on the overall, if you look at a longer time frame, it's still sideways. So not a whole lot of action, small range. So something big is going to happen, and hopefully we are on the right side of it. So let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow there are some reports coming out that could affect our trading day. So we have, what do we have? We have crude oil inventory at 7:30. That could affect the market. I've gotten screwed a bunch of times in the past with reports and not being on top of the clock, ready for them, being in a trade while it comes out. So I've taught myself and learned to always set a alarm. Now with cell phones, it makes it even a lot easier. I just set a reminder or alarm on the phone, and 5 or 10 minutes before it goes off. So depending on the news, I'll either do 5 or I'll do 10 minutes. There is also a, let's see, I believe there is also ADP non-farm employment change, but that's at 6, no, that's at 5:15, so that will not affect us. So we're okay with that. Let's see, that's about it as far as having some type of news come out and screw our trade. All right, so let's start looking at the outlook for tomorrow. So I usually look at longer range charts, longer time periods to get an idea. I look also at what happened today. So as far as tomorrow, because it was such a small range today, I'm still bearish. I still think the market could be in a correction mode, but the only thing that would make me think otherwise is that we had a higher high today. So it passed yesterday's high, which was, what was yesterday's high? 1 second. So that was 97.7, and today the high was 201.3. So 2000 is a major psychological number, but it only arrived there in the overnight. So that makes me think, is someone manipulating her market, or the market only moves when Chicago, New York are closed? So, only the 2000 number makes me think that we could be going up tomorrow, but otherwise, hey, it reached 2000 in the overnight. So not a lot of volume. China, India, all those guys come in, pump the market, and then they watch it fall and they go with it. So I am not too crazy about longs tomorrow. Let's take a look at the daily. Oh, I need to move my sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we saw a higher high here, so it did pass a resistant channel 3 days in a row, but look at the wicks. It's just a whole bunch of pressure, but it's opening and closing is pretty short range. So that shows a weak market. And we still have to correct down to 48.9. There's a correction to 1900. There's another correction to 18 something. So there's a whole bunch of corrections that we need to see in order to move up, unless they are manipulating the market, and then it doesn't matter. They'll go and pump it up, and then when they want it, they'll drop it and they'll go with it. So I think tomorrow will be a difficult day. We'll try to make our money and get out as soon as possible. Let's take a look at another. Let's do a Renko 30. Let's see what that shows. All right. Wait to load real quick. Okay, here we go. So that's the opening gap to the upside that we had today. That was nicely closed. Yesterday's gap was closed also, but we still have this open gap from August 28th that needs to be closed, and that also places the correction, one of them, right in the middle. So this to me is a big sign that Maybe it's not tomorrow, but by the end of the week, we will be visiting these areas. So that's my outlook for tomorrow. I will be looking for shorts. If we open again with a gap, I will be looking to close that gap and maybe even close this one, or at least get halfway there. But we do have this support area at 67.7 that was not reached today. So that's something that the market could bounce off, but it's not really a huge area of support. We have bigger ones down here. We have one starting at 1920.8 and then one at 1910.2 with a big correction at 1901.6. All right, so that's our recap and market outlook. We will be looking to go short tomorrow, and that's it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at around 6:30, a little bit earlier, 6:20 Pacific Standard Time. Thank you again for watching and listening. Please subscribe, hit like, tell your friends. If you learned something, we do have a donation link in our banner if you like to donate and help us out, because doing all of this does slow me down from trading. I lose a lot of trading entries and exits trying to do this. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.